My last video that I was going to show you this video of Putin talking to the CIS countries, and I'm going to do that now. It's only a minute long clip, and I'm going to pause at a certain points. You're going to hear him speak, and so when you hear him speak, it's going to be a translator. So I've turned up the volume, and let's see what we see.
The true attitude of the United States to their satellites is evident.
Okay, let's stop there. It's the United States and its allies that's the issue in Ukraine. It's not Ukraine. It's not that you invaded Ukraine. It is that the United States is the puppet master pulling the strings.
They have turned Ukrainian territory into a testing grounds for biological experimentation and creating weapons. Now,
okay, so the U.S. is in Ukraine creating biological weapons, which is one of the common myths that, I mean, I was on one podcast, talking about Ukraine and Zelensky, and all that they wanted to talk about was, what about the biolabs? What biolabs? Well, the biolabs that are, well, show me the documentation about these biolabs. Well, we can't. It's a conspiracy. They're hiding it. Well, okay. When you're talking like that, you don't know what you're talking about. Don't follow conspiracy theories. Only follow what you can actually tangibly prove and triangulate on from legitimate sources.
Okay. The Kiev regime wants to obtain nuclear weapons.
The Kiev regime released its nuclear weapons back in the 90s, and with the agreement in the Budapest Memorandum that the United States, the UK, and Russia would defend its borders, its territorial integrity if it did that. So let's say they did. They probably have a good reason to, since you were the violator of that, but they're not doing that. Okay, at any rate. Oh, by the way, these guys look like they're just enthralled by what he's having to say, aren't they? I mean, just look at the expressions of joy on their faces. These are the other members of the CIS, the Commonwealth of Independent States, nations.
The Kiev authorities have voiced their intentions publicly, but this has been ignored. And they're also planning to use dirty bombs for provocation.
Okay, here's that dirty bomb talk again. He's talking about how, I mean, he keeps raising this. And again, it's a trial balloon to see how the West is going to react to it, and they need to send a strong, coherent message. Part of the problem in diplomacy is that, like, if you're not talking directly, you have to be very consistent about your message. The U.S. did the Kuwaitis a terrible disservice by not being clearer before Saddam Hussein attacked Kuwait, because had Saddam had a very clear message, hey, if you do this, very bad things will happen to you, he wouldn't have done it. And same kind of thing here. I don't think we're as clear as we should have been before Putin started to invade Ukraine, and we looked very weak the way that we left from Afghanistan. So that was part of what compounded this. So you need to be sending a very, very clear message now, because he's really thinking about something along these lines.
This poses a threat comparable to that posed by ISIS, Al-Qaeda, and other terrorist groups.
Okay, so here's my question to you. If you're watching this, put into the comments, is Putin serious? Is he certifiably nuts? Or is he just saber rattling? Or is he like, I mean, is he drinking his own Kool-Aid? Where is he? Does he really think that these charges that he's creating of nuclear, let's say a dirty bomb, that Ukraine is going to do that, and that they're posing a threat to the Commonwealth of Independent States countries, that is all these other countries that are kind of aligned with Russia in this economic organization? So does he really believe? Is he nuts? Is he just using this as a pretext? What's going on? You tell me what you think, because I'm not sure what is going on.
Which are trying to infiltrate these CIS countries, carrying out covert activities.
Okay, Ukraine's not trying to infiltrate anybody. Ukraine's just trying to defend its own territorial integrity.
And such militants pose threats to the region. And it is evident that neither the CIS and neither our countries have ever faced such level of threats.
Really?
The true attitude.
You've never faced such a level of threat as the Ukrainians, who are thinking about blowing up a dirty bomb on their own soil, and according to him, that's what they want to do, and they want to go and they want to do it in your countries. I, okay, tell me what you think. I would love to hear how you process what you just saw. But this is what the Russian people are seeing. This is what's being then projected into the rest of the world from as the Russian perspective of reality. All right, thank you for the time, and thank you for being the kind of person that cares enough about Ukraine to sit through this nonsense.